12.
This is dangerous. It's going to take, if you're lucky, you're lucky. Okay? If you're not lucky, you're going to be in combat. Do I stay or do I go? 3, 2, you go. Roll 20.
8.
You move out and you see, as soon as you start to move, they move faster, and you see that they were lumbering, but as soon as they see you, it's almost like you can't tell if it's your imagination or not, but there's like a spark of blue light that you see just ignite in their eyes.
Cut the second camel free.
You cut the second camel free. They start to move towards you like fast, and just you hear this just satanic laughter coming from this.
I cut the second camel free, and I move away.
They start to move.
The camels in between me and them.
Roll 20.
10.
They are not intelligent creatures, but an evil guides them. And you can tell immediately that they can sense the difference between something that is sentient and halfway good, like a man, and a camel, that's an animal, and they are after you.
Oh, okay.
This is the undead. In fact, I want you to put 5 fate on your paper for even like seeing such a thing.
Yeah.
Okay? And you are gone. But the thing is that they are all over the field. You're going to need to get lucky more than once. In fact, you move past the ones that are closest to you, but as you move out, you realize that they are all over the field. And as a matter of fact, not only all over the field, but after them, you see bandits, real bandits, live bandits, and you're like, oh no. But you go out of just absolute
there
fear.
Were groups killed, individuals killed. Like, I look for where there's the weakest, like the fewest of them left.
Fate, roll 20 sided.
13.
You realize that you are going to have to kill at least one to move past this initial group. Okay, so there are like kind of rings of these things all around. All right, you head for one.
Can I take a hit in the best? So I add on, I don't want to stop.
You have absolutely no idea how these guys fight, what they're all about, or what's about to happen. All you know is you need to get through this one guy. And as you start to move towards him, he runs towards you. And you see he actually throws down the spear and shield. And you just see a man running towards you who should be dead. And his entrails are actually flowing out on the ground and like going like this in the mud past him. And you were just absolutely horrified. And he jumps up in the air at you, and you go with your shield. Roll 20. You want a good number.
8. I get him on the shield.
He grabs your shield.
And I go like this. That's how I was waiting for that. I didn't grab it. And so I go like this with the shield and him go that way.
Okay, 1 fate, and that's exactly what happens, but you have lost your shield, but you are past him.
I'm past him.
You are past the first ring. Do you understand?
Yes.
This is going to be a long-ass process for you to get home, okay? But you are past and you are moving. The only thing is that guy is up and running towards you. So if you're caught up in ring number 2 or 3, those guys are coming.
Okay.
Okay?
Rings, I would think they would be denser towards where we're going because the convergence, and it should be.
They are coming towards people because they despise all things living, which you are. Okay? You are. There is nothing that can quench their thirst. They can only be satiated with destruction. And you are what will slake their thirst. As
I put my sword out.
they converge upon you, I want everyone else to roll 20-sided.
4, 19.
I love these numbers. You are spreading out looking for things. As a matter of fact, you find shelves of bowls of the sand. You find carafes, some of them of crystal, some of them of terracotta pottery, all just ornate. I mean, just beautiful things that would be used by high priests and princes, and you are just like, Jack.
Yeah.
You can't even believe it, and you're like, should I tell anybody? You hear screams behind you, but you're just kind of, all right, whatever.
I tell him to come over and collect all the items.
Garoosh! Roll 20 sided one more time. You run over and you see this shelf assembly. What'd you roll?
Nice.
Good job.
You guys are on these priestly artifacts.
Yeah. I say, ooh, these belong in a noble's museum or collection. These will fetch a fine price.
Yeah.
Yeah, sell them to the Sangmo. They'll retire. I want you to put down evaluate magic experience. In fact, you can put ×2.
Alright, so I have 2 already.
Right.
So that's
Just keep on writing. These are like experience points for a skill. Okay? I want you to put down sight experience and will experience. That's a big one. You have an 18 will and you get 19 will experience. You have a 19 will. And those are like basic stats. It's good. Okay, so you see it. You are screaming, and there are actually caravan guards. You don't even notice them, but there's caravan guards shaking you. And one of them actually slaps your face. You don't even notice. You are shrieking, and it's almost like you're separated from your body. Your mind is going, that is the maw. What do I do? What do I do now? Does my thing work? What this isn't how it should be. But then your body is howling. And then you see it move, and it's like all of a sudden your mind and your body come back into one. And you realize that you saw it move, and this is no statue. This is a living creature, but it's a living creature that has been in this room for thousands of years. It is gaining strength, and whether that strength returns in a minute or 100 years, it is gaining strength. And you also realize, roll 20 sided one more time. You all of a sudden see without your eyes. You see with a different sense entirely, and you don't even know what it is. But this thing in front of you is almost like someone stuck a spear in the earth, and the earth is bleeding oil. The oil is getting stronger and stronger and stronger, and it has that pitch quality to it, like it's just foul smelling and evil and gross and dirty, and there's more and more bubbling up from the earth, and you see it right in front of you, but it's alive and it's intelligent, and you see the pitch swirl off in these veins out of the chamber, just at light speed, doosh, doosh, veins of this pitch going everywhere and all through the room, and you see it come towards you, and you manage to avoid it, but all of a sudden you realize that this welling bubble fountain of pitch sees you somehow. It's so weak, but it sees you like you see it, and it is aware of you, but for some reason passes you by. And you're like, ugh. But you realize that nothing is safe. Something has happened. This is all bad.
Can I tell that it's
They're all around. One of them is about to slap your face again, but he sees that you've shut up, and he goes, finally! And he lets you go. And he goes, get a hold of yourself. Savage! And he walks off with a torch. And in fact, you find yourself almost in darkness, and you kind of start, and you realize that you're going to kind of have to be in the dark unless you find someone with a torch, because you don't have one. You two roll 20-sided.
11.
17.
Yeah, I'm fascinated by the treasure. I take whatever looks the most valuable and I try and stuff them in my pack. And I say, I'm thinking this is going to make us rich, buddy, when we get out of here.
Sigma is probably going to try to kill us, and we need to take him out before he takes us out.
In fact, roll 20-sided.
I have a feeling Sigma's going to fall on his own sword. 15.
15.
You guys haven't attracted any attention yet, which is good. And There's a beautiful crystal carafe. You don't know what it held, but the residue on, understand, these are thousands of years old. He grabs the crystal carafe and you kind of liked it, but the truth is that there is another carafe, but it is terracotta, that every square inch of it is painted as if someone was looking through a micro, like a glass with a tiny, tiny one hair bristle and painted the entire thing. And you were just absolutely fascinated by it, and you realized that that could fetch a pretty penny, and it is black sand, isn't it? The black sand that you kicked over.
Yeah.
And you're like, ooh, whether you want to dump out the sand or not is up to you, but it is pitch black sand, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, I'll keep the sand.
You keep the sand and you put it in your pack and you put the crystal. You guys are like, you realize that this could break real easy, so you're like packing it up and you're kind of looking over your shoulder, making sure that nobody sees you. In fact, you get the bright idea of throwing your torches a little bit away from the shelves so that it doesn't illuminate the shelves. You say nothing. I want all three of you to roll 20-sided one more time.
Come on, letters.
4.
13.
7.
Okay, all of a sudden you guys hear a, to me, quickly, and it's a voice that bros, no argument. It carries charisma and power of command. You guys immediately turn.
Who is it?
You see Darian is at the top of the chute with his torch, and it's like he's a different guy. Like he looks like he's 4 inches taller. His shoulders are back, and he says, "To me, now!" And people start coming towards him just out of instinct. He says, "Come!"
Grab the torch and you go.
Yeah, I grabbed the torches, and on the way out,
You
I
see
grabbed
Darian
the
say that?
treasure.
And you go to him. And he looks at you and he says, "There's a disturbance in the village."
We haven't found the artifact that Nashara is looking for.
Also, how do you know about the village? We haven't had any communication.
Yes, 5 villagers just ran into this tomb, screaming at the top of their lungs, hysterical. We go now. And he turns and he starts going down the chute. Because you guys came up, he's going down as fast as he can. And one person rolled 20-sided one time. This is to see how many of the caravan guards just automatically follow.
15.
Okay, you guys see a good number, like 6 of them just start following him.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, I follow.
What do you do?
The treasure, so I.
Okay, he follows. You see Garush goes down. Nashara. Roll for Nashara.
20.
I don't know if that's a good.
I don't know either.
20 is always good. If a player rolls a 20, it's always good.
Okay.
Nashara goes, "Come! We go now!" And she starts to go down, and then everybody starts to go.
Her and Darian together.
She's a couple people back from Darian, but she's going in the same direction.
Okay.
Sagma, he goes too. You're down. What do you do?
I want to stay.
You stay. 5 fate. What do you do?
Did I notice? Would I have pieced together the sand particles being disheveled and those events being connected?
Roll 20-sided.
8.
You notice the mosaics on the floor lead to the maw. Everything leads to the maw. Where the mosaics end, the sand begins, and they are all circles around the maw. Sometimes circles within circles, or smaller circles off of those circles.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes designs and sigils and whatever, and that has been broken. It was very purposefully done. Okay? To all intents and purposes, this looks highly spiritual, religious, magic, primitive, purposeful. And you saw it move, and you saw it bubble. You can still kind of see in that world a little bit, but it almost worries you too much, and you withdraw from it.
I pull my helm as much over my face to obscure myself in some desperate way. I try to put the circles that I can figure out back and my hopes.
All right. There's only one person left in this chamber. It is her. You see her. She is trying to repair the damage that you did to all the sand. And she is whispering something in a tone that you do not understand that sounds utterly foreign. You, on the other hand, have your torch, and you go back to the shelf, and you have your run of this whole place. You could go around the edges. You could investigate this whole chamber. You could see what's worth taking and what's not.
Yeah.
Find other things, whatever the heck you wanted to do.
I just explore the whole place.
Roll 20 sided.
I'll give him my character specific 20. I put his name on it earlier.
Let's go.
Okay.
We'll tie him too.
Appreciate it.
You find wonders. You find clothing that had gold thread in it. You try to pick it up and it all just goes to dust except for the gold thread, which you ball up and put in your pocket. You find a dagger made of gold that is ornate and carved with its stone inlay. You could buy, you are rich.
Yeah.
Okay, and you tuck it. You get a weird feeling. And it's almost like, I better stop stealing cookies because my mother's about to re-enter the kitchen. And I've had enough. I've had my fill. I could have more, but I don't want to get whipped by my dad. And I think it's maybe time to go. And it's like just this feeling, and you realize, you know what? I am so good. I'm such a consummate thief. In fact, put down experience for that skill. I'm such a consummate thief. I know when to quit. I know when to quit when I'm ahead. And you go quickly to the chute, and you descend, and you see her immediately come to the rope and start to descend with just this panicked expression on her face. And you go down, and you actually catch up with everybody else because there's just this log jam of people.
Yeah.
And you were with them, except you were about 100,000 times richer. And nobody knows except for you. That gold dagger, understand that thing that it's fit for a high priest of Thoth. It's thousands of years old. I mean, people would. It immediately, even if nobody knows anything of Thoth or these lands or whatever, it would immediately strike them as being fine and very valuable. And it's gold, so it doesn't lose. It's like it was made yesterday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you're just like, you're thinking about it, you just get this warm feeling all over, which is in direct contrast to you. And you have the worst feeling all over. Roll 20 sided. As you try to make your way past the second ring. Okay. You are approaching the sort of the second ring of guys, and there is a convergence. You're looking behind you, and you realize that there are dozens of these things.
When I get close to these things, like, how close are we before the pace?
When they see you, they start to pick up the pace. And some of them even throw down their weapons. But the guy who's closest to you does not. And he has a spear. And so you have this undead monstrosity, whatever it is. Zombie. Who knows? Who knows what this thing is?
I'm not gonna classify
this is
things.
of legend, okay? Yeah. But you know exactly where it came from. It came from that damn place that you vacated, but you just didn't vacate it soon enough.
Yeah.
And you curse yourself, and you come towards it, and this thing actually is coming with the spear, and just almost on instinct, because it doesn't really have an intelligence, it goes like this and throws it. Roll 20 sided.
I get low against it. 11. Oh, sorry. 18.
It barely misses, and it comes towards you and jumps.
I was waiting for it. I had the sword here. I hit using like a baseball bat, flat on the blade. I knock it out of the air.
Okay, you realize at the last minute it's not jumping at you, it's jumping at your horse's rear legs. A risky move, but this thing has no brain. And it dives for your horse's legs.
Can I hit it and so it fall short?
You try. Roll 20.
Let's get to get out of the air. 11 on the 9.
It hits your horse. Your horse just stutter steps and keeps going. It's just not, your horse weighs over 1,000 pounds. It just hits the horse and bounces off, and you keep going, and you're like, okay, there are other ones coming. In fact, you see 3 coming like this and 2 coming like this, and they're going to hit. If you keep going at the same speed, they're going to hit you at the same time.
I make them go like this, and I take it in high gear to get to cause a burst of speed.
This you're going to need a really good roll.
16.
You kick it into high gear, and at the last minute, you say to yourself, I'm not going to make it. And you turn. It's the lesser of 2 evils. So you go this way, and you realize that these 3, you've kind of juked them, but they turn and run, but you're not going to have to fight all 5, which is where you're going to be, but they're going to get to you. So you go with the camel. The camel has lost a lot of momentum with the turn, and they are running, they are sprinting, and you sigh in horror as they run at you, and you just see eyes that have been eaten by vultures straight at you, just black. You are horrified. Woo! Ah! It just jumps, and you come down with the sword. If this thing knocks you off, roll 20-sided.
15.
He jumps, you manage to punch it with the sword, the next one comes, and he's grabbing at your leg. Roll 20.
I try to cut the arm. 8 on line.
Okay. I just rolled a 20. Thank goodness. Okay. He grabs your leg and pulls. You come completely off your camel, okay, and fall to the ground. And he turns. This is to see in what kind of shape you're in once you hit the ground.
14.
You jump up, okay, but he's right in front of you, and there's 3 more coming on this side.
I hit it like this, and then I move.
You swing and you move. Roll 20. He does not.
2.
He does not do anything. He just comes straight at you, and you swing, but the only thing is his arms are like this, but instead of the blade hitting his arm, you hit with your arm because he's just moving too fast and you misjudge it, but you tie him up, and his teeth are just snapping at you, and he's going with claws.
I try to throw him off to the left.
It's the best you can do, but there's ones coming up behind you. This is not good.
Run, so.
Roll 20.
13.
You do not throw him, but you get him off and you run. Okay.
Towards the camel with the hand.
You are running towards the camel. There is one who's real close to you, who's the guy that you just threw off, but he's like right on your butt. And there's 3 more after that. The bad news is you're now on foot.
I know.
Everybody roll 20.
19.
14.
6.
All of you go down the chute, you go up, and you come to the platform. And you see everyone just staring out. All of you can put down 5 fate. And you can put on your character that you have witnessed the undead. And you see that all of these dead bodies that the villagers attempted to bury in shallow graves just outside to the right of the village, you see them rising up out of this pile. And you see them coming up out of the graves. The graves are just, there's a lot of bodies, so they're just threw dirt on them basically, and they can easily just come right out of it.
How close is the nearest one to us?
They are coming towards the village almost instinctively, and they're coming slow. But then you guys look out and you see him and this drama playing out.
So
And-
in the distance.
Off in the distance, you see he is now on foot, and you see that these undead are moving very fast when they want to. So they're lumbering towards the village, almost like they don't know why they're lumbering yet. But the ones that take a look at him are like howling in just tortured pain and coming at full blast. And you see him just moving as best he can. You see a man who's just completely calm, because if he knows if he's anything else, he's a dead man. And he is trying to do everything right to get away, and so far he is.
Are they
But you see
within-
he is on foot and being pursued. He's way too far away for you guys to help. But you see the undead lumbering towards the village. The villagers are howling.
Are the undead within earshot? I could whistle and get their attention.
Maybe.
So I try to whistle as loud as I can.
Fate, roll 20-sided.
Trying to kill us all.
10.
You whistle, nothing happens, and you kind of turn and you see everybody looking at you. Like, what on earth are you doing? And he goes, "You're trying to kill us all?"
I was thinking about the villagers. They're headed straight for the village. Whatever those things are, those villagers don't stand a chance. At least we have swords.
Darian said, "Well spoken. We're going to have to defend the village."
I say, forget about the tomb. Everyone to arms.
You do so, and you see Sagma. He says, "To hell with the village. We escape. I am going to the furthest street. I'm grabbing every camel, every horse I can. I'm going to the furthest street away from whatever that is, and I am escaping. Who is with me?"
I hold my sword to Sagma. I say, you will not touch those horses. Those are ours.
He drops back and pulls his sword. Roll 20-sided.
I've got sword at his throat. I'm sidestepping. 17. I say,
Okay.
This is a fight you don't want, Sagma.
Okay, you know what?
join in.
Everybody backs up. What'd you say?
I join him.
You join him, and you realize that it's now 2-on-1. But you see another guy step in with Sagma. Darian actually steps all the way back. He just steps all the way back, and you see you guys kind of divide. A couple guys step in with Darian, but there's actually 4 with you, and there's 4 with Sagma.
Fair fight. I swish, and lunge.
Fate, roll 20-sided.
1. Can I do I got one of these. I got one of these combat rerolls.
Okay, combat reroll.
There's a 9. At least it's not a 1.
Okay, you come in. He really wasn't expecting that at this point. He barely ching out of the way, and then he tries to flip up
parry.
like this. He's at minuses. This is not the kind of fight he was expecting. Roll 20-sided, give me anything but a 1.
There's another 9. I say, stand down.
You knock it out of the way. You say, "Stand down." It's just what he needed to come back. He's actually reaching for a shield like this, but he goes low with his scimitar.
I sidestep and I flutter my cape in front of the scimitar to catch the scimitar.
Roll 20-sided. You've done this before. He is...
10.
You throw the cape. It doesn't tie up the scimitar, but he has to pull it back like this to get it out of the way of the cape.
I trip him.
You trip him. I'll give you a fate for that. Roll 20.
19.
You kick his leg out and he falls. Roll 20-sided.
16.
All right, you see you are fighting Horan. And Horan comes at you. He has a wicker shield and he has a scimitar. And he comes forward and he thrusts with the shield and he goes low with the scimitar.
I back up.
You back up. It's... Give me anything but it actually beat a 4.
20.
Hey. There
You
go.
back up, and he actually stumbles. You could come in and be at pluses, but you're going to
I
be
go
quick.
for the throw.
You go for you're at +2. Roll 27.
6.
Okay, you come in, and he just barely gets the shield in on time. Your sword sinks into his shield. It's good and bad. About 3 inches of it is through his shield, but it's tied up in the wicker. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so he kind of goes like this. It doesn't jerk the sword out of your hand, but then he's at pluses when he comes back at you, and he swings.
I try to dodge and then grab the golden knife that was in my pocket and kind of...
Roll 20-sided.
13.
You dodge it, and you actually pull back, and you grab the dagger. And he looks at the dagger, and he goes, "You son of a jackal." And he comes forward, and he does the same move. He throws the shield and swings low, and you dodge again. Roll 20.
Oh, 4.
Okay, you dodge it, barely, but the thing is that it totally throws you off balance. He comes back like this, and you realize that your head is out here, and the scimitar is coming down like this.
Yeah.
I see
He's
what's
at
going
+2.
on. Can I just bump him?
He's a little bit ahead. He's a little bit ahead of time.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Would you roll?
1.
Oh, no.
You have a reroll?
Not for... Not...
6 is going to go.
6s, yeah.
Oh,
The-
it is. Yeah.
Yeah, you can bump.
Do you wish to play it?
Yeah.
That's what they need.
Alright, let's try it again. 6.
Okay. He hits you.
You need you guys.
You see him just go down. Boom. He just gets cut down. Roll for the other 2 combats that are going on. Roll twice. 20-sided twice.
3. 10.
Roll one more time.
16.
Okay. And then give me one more roll.
20.
8 people are in battle. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Choo, choo, choo. As soon as you kick out the foot of the guy that you're Sagba, you see him just go down hard. Boom. Just get cut down.
Mm-hmm.
You see that the other 2 that are fighting, it's going your way,
Okay.
but he needs help. His
Okay.
guy pulls back for the thrust. He's gonna finish him off.
I rush over and I just body check him because I want to get him off balance, so I hit him in the hip.
You rush over, probably not a good idea with a guy with a sword and a shield, but you definitely get his attention when you come over, and he swings wide at your face.
And I pull one of these dance moves.
Roll 20-sided.
16.
Okay, you barely avoid it. You go on your ass.
Okay.
And then he
I
thrusts.
roll.
He's at pluses. You try to roll. Roll 20-sided.
There's an 8.
He clips you. It doesn't go through your armor, but it tears open your brigandine on your side.
Okay.
And this is to see if it keeps you from getting up. Roll 20 one more time.
15.
Okay, you're able to get up,
Mhm.
but your armor is seriously degraded. It tore open, and actually you heard plates fall out of it.
Okay.
He has ripped you open. He hasn't hit flesh.
I'm not thinking about my armor. I have a rapier, very pointy sword, and I jab it at his thighs.
Okay, you go in. You flick your rapier, and you roll.
11.
He barely dodges it, but he stepped back, and he comes forward low. He has a sword and a
I
shield.
roll backwards to get up on my feet.
You are on your feet, and you are facing each other.
Now I feel like the fight is mine. I take my trained dancing fighting stance, and I taunt him a little bit.
He kind of looks at you. Fate. He looks over at the combat over here, and you see that there's one guy left, and he's a guy that stepped in with you. So it is 2 on 1, and he looks over at you and nods, and comes over like this to Sagma.
Mm-hmm.
And Sagma says, "Do none of you wish to escape? You wish to fight the dead? Is that what you wish?"
Run if you like, cowards. We're going to stay and defend the villagers.
Well, one person rolled one time.
8.
One more guy steps in with Sagma. And he goes, "Just let us go.
There is nowhere to go.
There is just 2 of us. It's 2 camels."
You can take 1 camel for the 2 of you. Leave if you will.
They go.
There you go.
And you see them go down the stairs. Sagma has left.
And Sagma's friend.
Okay. Uli has left. Urtur is dead. Adaman is dead. Okay. So you don't see Sagar. So who is Garush, Hurin, Maz, Kidu, Sinbad, Beluda. And Beluda was one of the guys who originally came in with Sagma, but he looks at you guys and he just says, "I just don't want to die. I'm with you."
I say, don't worry, we need to defend the village. And think not of the reward at this time, but one thing is for sure, dead people cannot pay. So, if we hope to gain anything from this, it will be in defending them. Mount up.
You guys go down the stairs, roll 20-sided.
From this vantage, can we tell how vast this thing is?
There's not hundreds, but there's scores.
But does it seem more concentrated at this place, or does it seem like it's...
Okay, so there's been fighting, continuous fighting, over the last 48 hours. There was a huge battle, and all of the dead, which was villagers and bad guys, were piled and put in shallow graves. That job was not yet complete. So they're coming up and just lumbering towards the village. But then, for the last 2 days, there's been little skirmishes all throughout this plain, and there's bodies everywhere. And they're not all getting animated and coming up. In fact, this process is happening a little slow, but it is happening everywhere. It's almost like a factory is going choo 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 into gear. Okay, and it's just getting these guys going. And as you look out, you just see that it's happening. There's only one person who has any kind of chance of success at escaping right now. Well, if you guys all got on your camels and all went one way, you might be able to get out. Like Sagma might be able to go, but you're leaving the villagers to their fate. Roll 20-sided.
15. I'm booking it towards the camel if I can. I'm there.
You are okay. So far, you have managed to elude your pursuers. It's mainly because they are moving so fast and so brainlessly that you're able to juke them.
Yeah.
But the thing is that some of them lose their footing. They're just back up so quickly. There is something. There is something absolutely magic and bad propelling them, and you don't want any part of it. This is to see if you can actually reach your camel. Roll one more time.
6.
Okay.
If I can't reach the camel, I head for the nearest group of actual bandits.
Okay, you're gonna have to.
Got these guys on my ass.
You're gonna have to turn, and you're gonna have to fight this many guys. Roll 20-sided.
11.
There is now 5. There's 3 right on you. There's 2 coming after that. If the fight with the 3 lasts too long, those 2 are going to show up on your flanks, but there's 3 coming barreling right at you. And you've turned. You're just... Time. It is time. Woo! The first one comes, and you go. You just downward smote. You're +1.
14.
You actually cut him out of the way. You go to the next one and cut. If you get hot, you can end this really fast. Roll 20.
7.
The other one barrels into you. The good news is, he just grabs hold of you almost like a hug, but you both go down. Boom! And he goes, ah!
Roll out and up.
You try to roll as he tries to bite into you. You want a good roll.
6.
Okay, he does 2 damage to your head, and he bites into your jaw.
Still.
Roll 20.
14.
He bites into your helmet, realizes it's a helmet. You can tell that tooth are lost. You are rolling. Give me a good roll to see if you can get out of it. As another
5.
one. You see the other one comes down and puts a hand on your chest, pushing you down, and then claws into you like this.
I grab it and throw him into one that's lit, the other one's next to me.
You're gonna need a really good roll.
15.
You manage to just defend yourself. You realize that you're going to want to ditch this sword and grab a knife. It's close in. The hand is grabbing onto your helmet and pulling it off.
Up into the head.
You do it. Roll 20.
5.
You manage to grab the knife, but the guy that's standing has pulled off your helmet. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So that the other one now tries to bite into your face.
But he meets the dagger.
He meets the
I
dagger.
know he was going to do that.
Give me a good roll.
8 on the die.
You put it in his face, and literally, you have the dagger halfway into his nose, holding him like this, but it's like he's not alive, and he's just wah, ka, 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 and you're just like a normal person would have run because there's a dagger halfway into his nose being held by the skull.
I try and rip it down into where the jaw rips.
Okay, Fate, roll 20, you're at +3.
17 total.
You slash him, And you are covered in brains. I want you to give me a good roll to see if this is enough.
3.
This thing is still alive, but it's greatly weakened, and it's just going like this. But the thing is, its weight is still on you. But there's one that's standing on you, and he's got a hand here, and he has ripped off your helmet, and then he goes with his claws into your eyes.
I block up with the arm, and I stab him.
You block him easily. He comes down right into your knife as you add +5.
18 total.
You thrust it into his chest. Give me a good roll.
Okay.
Thanks. 3.
You put it into him. You see the light in his, I mean, you can literally see into his eyes these just sparks of just dark blue.
Spit into the sparks and throw them off.
And you see them dim but not go out, but you're able to throw them off. You stand up.
I jump and run.
The two that you think
scramble.
you just killed are moving just slow.
Fine.
The two are coming. This is to see how close these two guys are.
Yeah,
Which one's
so they out. 19.
You move out. You are past the second ring. Your camel, you have not gotten to yet. In fact, you're a little bit further away from your camel, but you're past the second ring. I'll give you a roll to get to your camel the next I come to you. The rest of you roll 20-sided.
2.
2.
We're twinning
Yeah.
today.
Darian steps forward. He says, "We're going to have to split up. Can you fight?"
Who?
Them. And he points. And he says, "Actually, let us take a moment." And he actually just sits. He just sits right on the ground. And you see him calm. And everybody just kind of looks at him. He says, "Give me all of your swords. Lay them here.
Are you...
Now."
I
Roll 20-sided.
Before the word come out of my mouth, I stop, think about it, I roll 7.
You place your sword down
Yeah.
without even thinking about it. What do you do?
I place my sword down.
You place your sword. Everyone is... Their scimitars or swords, their knives, their...
I give him a spoon and I hold on to my wrist.
He looks at the spoon and he actually smiles. And he puts it in the middle for some reason. He puts it in the middle of all of it.
I hope you're going somewhere.
He takes out his sword and he pulls out his sword. And he puts it point first in the ground and then he kneels before it. And he puts a hand on his palm and rests his forehead on it. And you see his lips move. And one person roll 20-sided one time.
Mhm. 3.
And all of you just look at him and he stands and he says, "Take your weapons." And you take your weapon and you're like, "Well, that was a colossal waste of time." And he says, "All right, we have to divide into teams. Perhaps you try to rally and organize the villagers. They're absolutely terrified. Can you do this? I need you to stay strong. You've already seen the worst of what they have to offer."
I don't know if we have. Oh, the villagers.
When you say, "I don't know if we have," roll 20-sided.
14.
You see Hidu just bolts, just runs. Like his eyes go wide and he runs off. And Darian looks at him and just sighs with me. And he starts going down the stairs at a trot. That's all he says, with me.
Away from the tomb.
Away from the tomb, into the village. The stairs lead down into the village. You get nothing but bad vibes from the tomb, and you can just sense the pitch coming out of the well. Just like filling up the room. Like there's just like this unending, veining out, the veins getting thicker and thicker and thicker. And for some reason it has passed you by, but you sense it.
There is no plugging it back.
Perhaps there is, but you do not know.
Alright, I go and rally as many villagers as possible and try to get them to safety.
With the goal of rallying the villagers, you go down the stairs following Darian. Darian is just, he's gone. He said, we're dividing into teams. And then all of a sudden he just says, with me, he goes down the stairs. You see a couple of other men go with him. Sinbad, where do you go?
I go with him.
Sinbad goes with him. Fate. Garouche, where do you go?
Then I start following Darian.
Okay, there's 5 of you.
Where, do I know where Nishara is? Did she stay behind?
Nishara is with you, but she says, I need to find something that can help us. Only I have the power to use what's in that tomb. And when she says it, you don't know whether she's telling the truth or not, but that's what she says. Only I have the power to use what's in that tomb. I have to find something to help us.
I'll go with you.
And she, Fate, and she nods at you, and you know what? She actually removes her veil and she smiles, and you're just like, wow. Like she is a princess. And she goes back and she grabs a torch and she goes back into the tomb. She goes, thank you. I did not want to do this alone. And she goes directly to the chute. And actually, when you go in, you don't feel anything hazardous or bad or anything. You're just going into this empty, whatever the heck it was.
Yeah.
And to be honest, maybe this is the safest place to be. Especially if you can brick up the entrance. You can kill them as they come in. You don't know why they're not defending this. This looks like a great defensible. And the next thing you know, you're going down the chute. Roll 27.
Before he heads off, I want
Under the
to
stairs.
give him a word before he goes.
Do so now.
I say,
13.
she can't pay you. Don't trust her.
Understood.
Roll 20. You go down to the villagers, and the villagers are absolutely panicked. You just see them. They're actually rushing towards the back of the village, and you see women and children and men, and they're just howling. They have no idea what to do, and there's many of them that are just in groups, huddled, praying. Roll 20-sided.
20.
Nice.
Good start.
Good day for me.
You're making out like a bandit.
Yeah.
Go ahead and put down Consummate Thief experience. She is with you, and she is whispering to you. She says, you don't understand. I come from one of the greatest houses of Sekhmet. If I return to Sekhmet, and I return my house to its former glory, there's more gold than you could possibly ever imagine. You don't understand. You're hearing this as you're going down the ropes, and you're like, I think I'm making friends with the right person here.
Yeah.
Then you go up, and as you go up, roll 20-sided one more time.
18.
Nice.
You begin to hear something, and you kind of stop, and you listen. And Nishara says, there's no time, come. But you kind of waver off and you stop. And it is like a deep sort of, it's almost like air coming out of a vent, but it's not. It's almost like a death rattle. Like air coming from a dead body, but like it lasts. But it's very low and kind of ominous sounding, and the shark goes, come on!
I asked if she hears that.
She goes, yes, I hear it. Let's go. And she keeps on going. She's now climbing up the shaft into the other room.
I follow her.
You follow her, and you guys get to the top, and you arrange your torches, and you hear that sound now, and it's coming from the thing. But as you kind of put your torch forward to see if it's actually still there, it is still there. It is unmoving, but there is a sound coming from it. And as a matter of fact, you see like things that could be mouths sort of fluttering from air, from the sound, as if something is expelling air, and there is a smell. Roll 20-sided.
12.
Okay, and when you put down smell experience, it's absolutely foul. But the thing is that I don't want you to think that this is like frantic. Like this is very kind of subtle. Like something is just in the beginnings of something, right?
Yeah.
And she says, "Spread out. Tell me what you find."
Start looking around.
And you start looking around. You're a little worried, but you are a thief, and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. I want you to put down 5 fate for this. You are bananas as you do this. I would not be in this room looking for treasure for love or money. Everybody else roll 20-sided.
18.
11.
3.
Okay, you get down, and Darian has walked off, and the men are with him. A couple of the other men are just looking around like, what are we doing? Mm-hmm. But he seems to be walking straight towards these undead through the path that's closest to them. And the villagers are streaming back. They're streaming past you. And you are there. You see villagers yelling and screaming and praying, and bolts just clustered around this rock wall. In fact, some of them are coming up the stairs to go to the platform, maybe to be with not their god, but their temple or whatever it was that was up there.
I think I try to usher as many of them as I can up the steps and into the tomb. Because I genuinely believe that to save us.
Fate, roll 20. We must go inside the tomb.
14.
And some, they start to actually move up the stairs. We must go into the tomb. We must go. And when you lead them up and you're like, go through the opening, go through the opening. And some of them do listen to you. Others are like, but we were ordered, should we? And you kind of are getting into an argument, but the elder said that not to disturb the holy places. Why do we go there? What do you mean it's safe?
It's already been disturbed.
Roll 20.
20.
Woo. Charisma experience. And a knot of 4, they listen and they run. What do you do?
I am with Darian, and we've gone down the steps, and the villagers are going into the tomb, and we are approaching the undead, right? How far away are they?
A few blocks. You are approaching.
I say, is there a defensible position we can take up? If we're out here in the open, we get swarmed.
The street's pretty narrow, and he says this is as good as it gets.
Then this is where we will make our stand.
He nods, and when you guys get to the wall, you see the undead are coming over it. There is only a few people there. There is Darian, there is you, and all of a sudden you see Sagar appear, and it's you 3. You don't know where everyone else went. Maybe there's 2 other roads. Maybe they did that. Maybe they escaped. But you see Sagar's like, I can't even believe I'm doing this. But for some reason, this guy who's constantly complaining and scared of everything has shown up. And Darian kind of nods at him and smiles. Things are not always what they seem. And you guys approach and you see the undead. They're climbing over the wall. Very slowly at first, but then they see you. And just these grins appear on their faces as if whatever is controlling them or inhabiting them revels at the thought of tearing you to pieces.
Do we have any arrows or archers?
No. As a matter of fact, people with bows have looked in this village for arrows, and there are zippo. None. There are 3 of you, and you have taken a position in this road, and the undead charge you. Roll 27.